Tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. A little bit of my little personal, and because you're gonna hate me anyway, those of you out there. So why the hell do I care? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell do I care? You know, pin for or whatever. Let me tell you something, Ma. I got this. You know, we in December, the end of the month. I got the numbers in. You do the tally. The brothers do the tallies. End of the year. Israelite School of UPK, and for a small organization, I don't know about you. I'm so proud of what I'm about to tell you. The Israelite School of UPK gave away free, just out the door, gave away $80,000 last year. We gave it away. And we not that big in the grand scheme of things. Now, you want to hear the caveat? The school gave away $80,000. Guess how much the brothers and sisters gave away on their own, not even being asked? 140,000 over this past year. Now, guess what that doesn't include? That doesn't include gifts. That doesn't include services. That doesn't include volunteering. That doesn't include anything like that. You gave away $250,000 without nobody telling you nothing. I'll take the vaccine first, because you that gave away $250,000 from poor people, God damn it, you deserve to live, and I'll take that vaccine first. If I die, then you'll be all right. You understand? Like, that's what the hell we should be doing. Not pillaging and gaming and robbing the Lord's people, making us serve other gods, man.
Shalom, like give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, like give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, pushing his word out across the four corners of the earth. Just a quick lesson going into how significant it is to blow the trumpet. And as a lot of brothers are posting a video and doing lessons about this guy from ISUPK, so-called Commanding General Yohana, he was ranting more about this vaccine. And just like he did the previous week, and he's pushing it out there to his congregation to go ahead and take it, just making it seem like it's light. It's not that important. And he also went another step to go into the microchip, which is the mark of the beast according to the scriptures. And he's also playing that light as well, because he was making it seem like when the computer first came out, how people were scared of it, and how people were scared to place it inside their homes because they thought it was the devil's work. But soon, over a process of time, people got used to it, and more people started buying it. So that's how he was comparing when the computer first came out, how it's going to be toward the microchip. But not knowing that's something very significant that we're supposed to warn our people about, especially in these time frames, where the so-called white men who are the biblical Edomites is going to come down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans with a great wrath, because they know exactly who you are according to the scriptures. Because the nobility of Edom, they want that blessing, and they feel in their spirits the only way for them to upset biblical prophecy is to get rid of you Israelites, so they can stay in rulership forever, and they can be able to inherit that blessing, which we know through the spirit and according to biblical prophecy is not going to happen. But that's how they're thinking, and that's how serious of the time frames that we are in that we're supposed to be warning our people about. And this is Jeremiah 8:7. Yea, the stork in the heaven know at her appointed times, and a turtle and a crane and a swallow observe the time of their coming. So these are all the Most High's birds. And these different birds are spiritual enough to know when they see that bad storm coming, they know when to get the hell out of Dodge and go to another region for better shelter. But my people, hence the Israelites, know not the judgment of the Lord. So majority of our people do not even observe the time frames that we're about to get head to, which is called Jacob's trouble, a time frame that this world has never seen before, where these Edomites and these other nations as well, mainly Esau, Edom, is going to come in like a flood. He's going to bring that great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. So when so-called Commander General Yohana was on live, if you go to the live chat section, and you just read, the different comments, And I'm not going to lie, you had a lot of jakes were getting on his ass for that, saying those ridiculous remarks. So it was a lot of jakes on there reproving him, cutting him with the scriptures, questioning him. But on the flip side, you did have a lot of people, and of course his goons that's following him, they were siding with him. They was taking it as a joke. Of course they made mockery of us. They was asking where GMS at, stuff like that. So the point is, the majority of our people are not observing the time of their coming, the time of this enemy. You read the book of Psalm, the 83rd chapter, the nation of Edom is that main enemy is going to come down with our people, that great wrath. So if you call yourself a so-called leader of the nation of Israel, or you a prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're supposed to be in that mindset of prophecy and prophesying to your people and also these other nations as well about the times where we about to get ready to come to. And this is the book of Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion. So Zion is referencing Israel. We are a people before a place. And sound an alarm in my holy mountain. So that alarm is us warning you through the spirit, shouting at you, notifying you what's about to get ready to occur, what's going on in current events, and correlating with the scriptures. Where this vaccine's going to be more pushed in the news, and they're going to really try to push it on our people heavily. And that's just a prelude, and it's going to lead into the microchip implementation. So we're sounding that alarm through the spirit. We are those spiritual watchmen standing upon that high tower and forewarning our people that the enemies are coming. The enemies are coming. So we sound that alarm. As you see with these false prophets who are hirelings, they're taking these biblical prophecies very light. So the ones of our people that follow them, what you think is going to happen to them? They're going to fall to their own demise. As it says that the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into the ditch. So blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it's nigh at hand. So when majority of our people are not observing the times, as it says in Jeremiah 8:7, Yahushua gonna come in on them like a thief in the night because they are not watching. They are not adhering to the watchers, the true watchmen of the nation of Israel, the true prophets. As it says in the book of Acts, the 3rd chapter and 21st verse, how when the Most High spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began. So every kingdom that was set up, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has always had his prophets out there for warning you before that kingdom was taken down. America, known as Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures, is about to get ready to fall. So the same thing is happening all over again. The true prophets are out there for warning you that this kingdom is going to fall. And this is Ezekiel 33:1. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people. Going right back to blow ye the trumpet in Zion, the Israelites. And say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. Verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. So you sounding that alarm. You are alarming and notifying the people upon that watchtower. Verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head. Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood should be upon him, but he that taketh warning should deliver his soul. Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, hence so-called Commander General Yohana, Bishop Nate of IUIC, and the rest of these false prophets. So, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, so he's not sounding the alarm, not for warning you, not shouting, not notifying you, not barking, but in case there being those dumb dogs, as it says in the book of Isaiah, the 56th chapter. And blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So that's why it says in the book of Psalm, the 55th chapter and the 23rd verse, how bloody and deceitful men should not live out half their days. Because you're supposed to be a shepherd over your flock. If you taking them to the wrong direction, you leading them to error, that's going to be more stripes upon your head. So guys like Johanna, Bishop Nate, Elder Rakal of GOCC, because they're not being those true watchmen, you're supposed to be like a spiritual meteorologist. When you see any type of storms or any type of bad weather that's coming, okay, you should not be traveling in this part of the country or the region. So we're supposed to be no different than those news anchors on TV. When they know about a bad storm or weather is coming, they'll notify the public that its power lines going to be down in this area of the city. There's many wrecks out here, so it's a traffic jam in this part of the city. So you probably want to take another different route to your location. Then they will say, we will keep you updated with more news. So what they're doing, they're sounding the alarm for the people that are watching. So how much more of us in the spirit? Having the gift of prophecy, we're supposed to be doing the same thing, but on a spiritual aspect. You're not supposed to be holding back, nor being compromised. So these guys, why they cannot alarm you? Because they are hirelings set up by the nobility of Edom, that shadow government. So as you can see through the spirit, it's going to be a lot of blood upon these false prophets' hands. The ones of our people that know they are Israelites, the heads of Jacob, as it says in the book of Micah, the 3rd chapter. So they're going to have a lot of blood on their hands for being those Judas goats and leading our people to their slaughterhouse. And this is the book of Zephaniah 3:1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted to the oppressing city. And that oppressing city is referencing Jerusalem. Remember, we are a people before a place. So we are suppressed no matter where we are scattered to across the four corners of the world, because we are under these curses. Verse 2, she obeyed not the voice, she received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord, she drew not near to her power. So how do you receive correction? You adhere to the true prophets or ambassadors that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has set up. So that's how you receive correction, reproof, and rebuke. And that's how you draw near to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's stated in the book of Jeremiah that he's going to give you pastors according to his heart that shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Verse 3, her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bones till the morrow. And that links up with the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter. As it says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And you go into the word ravening, it goes into extortioners. So at the end of the day, these guys are nothing but Judas goats. They're set up by the nobility of Edom. And they are paid and told what to do. And as you can see, they're going right along with the same agenda as we see on mainstream news. It's like they are a walking infomercial for this Maxine. And this is verse 4. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. And just a few synonyms for the word treacherous, it goes into unfaithful, double-crossing, untrue, deceitful, two-faced, rebellious. So you should get the point just from that definition alone. So her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary by taking that bag. And not knowing you taking that bag from the serpent. It says in the book of Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, that their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asp. So you took that bag from that serpent, not knowing that serpent is going to bite you right back. He's never meant to be trusted. So by believing in him, taking that bag, you have polluted the Most High sanctuary. You have misled our people. You have caused them to err and to destruction. So her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. So you promoting this Maxine, you go to the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter. It's a law for the Israelites that we do not supposed to prick our skins. You do not supposed to inject anything into your body like that. But what you see with these false prophets of the nation Israel, they're being the devil's advocates, and they're promoting his agenda. So they're polluting that sanctuary, and they're only polluting the sanctuary of the ones that Yahweh Bashim Shai doesn't want, with 2/3 of the nation Israel. Because the elect of the nation Israel, Lord willing, we are part of that hopeful elect. We have that eye salve that we can see these false lies, the subtleties of speeches coming from these false prophets. That's why it says in the book of Titus, the 1st chapter, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, going right back to the heads of Jacob, the ones of our people that know they are Israelites, but still want to go ahead and take that bear from Esau and still want to mislead our people into the way of destruction. But not knowing that you're going to have to pay for all those wicked deeds that you were doing. You misleading the Most High sheep. And that's a very serious offense according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So as the hopeful elect for us, as being ambassadors of Yahushai, we supposed to blow ye the trumpet in Zion, continue to warn our people, notify them, let them know the danger that's coming. And with that, hope y'all was edified. Y'all stay strong. Shalom.
Coronavirus vaccine. Run for your life! I didn't say that. I'm going. I'm trying. Listen, I see y'all nipping at the bit. I'm going there. I'm going right to it. I'm warming you up for it. I got to get a little bit more in here with the chip, because that's next. That chip, that chip. They done tied that chip to the vaccine. The chip to the vaccine, the whole, they got put wrapping the foil around their head. The virus, the vaccine, the chip. Brother, it's all bull crap. And your leader, he's full of nothing. He's full of nothing but gain. That's why he'll never build nothing. He'll never set nothing up. He'll never actually establish anything, but he will flood his pockets up. He will fill you up with false fears. He will do those things to you. And of course, you not knowing better, you believe and fall for it.